Module 5, how to make AI content explained like you're 10. I told you before, a lot of the time I like to use this. So ChatGPT gives it me in very easy to understand language. And it's exactly what I've done here so everyone can understand. We've gone through the theory, okay? So I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into the different ways that you can actually make the content depending on, as you can see here, if you have an idea for content. If you don't really have an idea, but you know you want to talk to it, you already have content and you kind of just want to replicate it as well. So this module is explained super simple on purpose. When I say AI content here, I mean you working together to create the content, okay? I'm not necessarily saying that it's going to make the final reel, but this is what's going to build it for you as well. You have an idea, you just talk to it, you already have content, and the AI can turn that into carousel. So there's 3 different kind of ways normally that you're going to find yourself, and I'm going to go through each individual one in terms of how you can do it. There's going to be some people here that already know exactly what content they want. They just need more help. There's going to be people that have no idea what they need, and there's going to be other people that just want to replicate somebody else's account, and this is how I'm going to show you to do that. So one of the ways is you have an idea, AI builds the reel, story, and carousel. So first of all, you've got to tell the AI your idea. If you don't tell it what you want, it's not going to know. And then from there, just keep it simple, stupid. I want to make a reel and some stories about why posting every day is better than posting once a week. That would be an absolute great one. Then step 2, you're going to want to be putting this all in the same prompt as well. Give me 10 short hooked ideas for Instagram reels about this. Why posting every day is better than posting once a week. Make them under 10 words, strong and direct, no BS style. Pick 1 to 3 of them. If you don't like them, then you can just ask it to go again. These are boring, these, whatever you want. Then the next step is to go into the actual script. So once you've got that, tell it again, write me the script, and then it'll give you the hooks. You've already got the hooks anyway, but it'll give you all the rest of the information. Then turn the same idea into stories. So now you've got the hooks, you've got the story, you've got everything else. You've told it your idea in terms of what you want. Now you need to turn that idea into an actual sequence. So turn this idea into a 5-part Instagram story sequence. For each story, tell me, what text will be on each page, kind of what we touched on before. Now you have a real hook and script, you've got a story sequence, and all of that came from literally an idea that you had. One really, really good way, and I do this, I love to use notes on my phone. I'm quite impulsive, as you might have kind of noticed in this course. So when I get an idea, sometimes it could disappear for 2 or 3 weeks. So I like to get my phone out and I just put all my hook ideas, content ideas straight into the notes. So when it is content time, I've got everything there. I copy and paste it in. Hey, I seen someone do a reel the other day. It was really interesting. Even better, if you can, try and remember and either screenshot what you had or get the link, because that one idea could be the one that gets you 10, 20,000 followers, So make sure you jot all your ideas down. So when it is content day or preparation day, you've already got the ideas prepared. They can be in your phone. They can be anywhere. You don't want to just be sitting down and trying to brainstorm what ideas do you want, because GPT will be great at helping you out with the ideas. But if you have your own idea that you're really passionate about and you think can work as well, go with your idea. Only use this if you're not too sure what you're going to be doing. Once you've got all this, then just fire it straight into a carousel. Now build me a carousel of 7 slides. So instantly, just from one idea, that's all of this is. This is just one idea, and you talking for 1 or 2 minutes, you've built all the content that you need on that specific idea. This is how easy social media planning can be now with GPT. Before, you would have had to plan all of this out. You would have had to do research and everything. Like, really, from step 1 all the way through to step 5 and having everything polished, you can do it in 10 to 20 minutes. Really, and then you can just duplicate it. Once you get really good, like for me, for example, I could probably do this in about 2 minutes, like 2 to 3 minutes, and I could have everything already done once it's already set up. You just talk. Let's say you don't even have an idea, like you're really not sure what to post. You've just branched into a new niche and you really just don't know what you're doing. Don't think, just start talking. Don't really type, because you're not going to be able to type anything if you don't really know what to type. You're just going to type in, I don't know what I'm doing. But if you start talking, you'll realize that your brain will just start rolling off different things. And as you can see here, I want to talk about why people shouldn't care about likes so much. But when I started, I obsessed over likes and it stopped me posting. But the people who buy usually don't like or comment. They just watch. I want to make a reel and some stories explaining that likes don't matter as much as the reads do. So yeah, this is still technically an idea, but it's not a specific idea in terms of what you want to post. It's a general topic where you're not quite sure of where to go. And just by adding that in, that's enough information using your project as well to give you like multiple different ideas in terms of where you can then go with this topic that you want to talk about. So let the AI clean and structure it. It's going to go through and get rid of the stuff that you don't really need. It's going to be able to make a 45-minute or 30-second, however much you want. So it's going to be able to build everything that you need, everything, just from this, as long as you've got the project and everything else set. This is how easy it can be, everyone. I really want to express, like, it's not rocket science. AI is made so easy as long as you just follow these simple steps. It's going to make it clear, punchy, keep to my real voice, don't make it cheesy. Normally, you're going to have to add these in afterwards. So I would get the script, I would get everything that you've got, then I would polish it afterwards. If you start to put this in a little bit too early, then it'll get a little bit confused when you're doing it. If you don't like it, as I said, just go back. I don't like this. It sounds like a motivational guru. Rewrite it more direct, honest. Like I'm talking to a friend on WhatsApp. I do this a lot as well. I tell it who I'm speaking to all the time, who the audience is. But this is kind of just polishing it after you've done it. So yeah, even if you don't have an idea, you just generally have a topic that you want to talk about, but you're not too sure how to get it out there and explain it correctly. It could have even been a conversation that you overheard in a restaurant or a gym, and you're like, that could be good, but I don't know how to build that out. Doesn't matter. You don't know you don't have to know how to build it out. You just know how to talk to the AI, and it will do the rest for you. Now, this one's really good as well. You already have content. So this could be your own content that's already worked. This could be someone that you want to kind of copy online. It could be anything. So how do you get it to build from the content that already exists? Now, if you're doing it this way, you know, expect that it's going to be very similar to the content that you do already, like the content that you've given it, which is really good. So really, you don't need any new ideas every day. Sometimes if your brain ain't working, you can't even think of anything to do. Just go on Instagram, scroll a little bit with the people who are in your target audience or your competitors, etc. Look at a post, find a post that they've done really well, get that link, throw it into GPT, and just replicate it. So a reel that's performed well, obviously you're not going to want to take content from somebody else that hasn't performed well. It doesn't make sense to do that because it's already showing you that that reel didn't do well. You want to take the ones, it might be a pinned post. It's normally going to be the one with their most engagement, most comments. That's the one that you're going to want to replicate, okay? Got to have a strong caption as well, as I keep alliterating. You know, stories that's got lots of replies. When it's a content, I don't just mean posts here. This could be stories. It could be a news article. It literally could be any source of content. It could even be a billboard. It could be a billboard in the street that you take a photo of and you'd be like, I want to make a post about this billboard. It's super cool. And then you can use that information to build it. Or it could even be a section of this specific mini course. This right now might be something really, really good for everyone to do a post on. I really don't know. So you could just use a screenshot and be like, look, I want to use this topic or this module to create a post. Help me create reels. So you just copy in the text and then it will create you a post based on the topic. And remember, and ask the AI to turn it into reels and stories. Example, here's a caption from a reel that performed really well for me, for you, for anybody. Here's a billboard that I really liked. You can change this out as much as you want. Again, same sequence as always. Turn this into X, Y, and Z, all with fresh hooks and angles, but the same core message. So you're going to want to change it a little bit. If you're copying someone else's reel, for example, then you're going to want to change the hooks a little bit, possibly the angle. You don't want to be posting exactly the same thing, but you want to keep it pretty much exactly on that topic. If it's generic, we've already gone through this as well. You're going to know to just give it a little bit more of a prompt. So the day you have zero ideas and you're just on blank, this happens to us all. It's not just when you're starting out. There's certain days you might be a bit groggy, you might be a bit ill, and you just don't really know what to post. And don't worry, the AI has got your back. So on these blank brain days, I have no idea what to post this week. You know my brand and my offers from our docs. Give me 10 content ideas, and away you go. There's all the content ideas. It will brainstorm with you. You know, you can just go back and forth talking to it, and then it will brainstorm a couple of ideas. And before you know it, you've got a content plan. Whereas 5 minutes before you had no idea what to post, within 5 minutes, you've got a solid content plan that's using all of your statistics, all of your past successes to make sure that it builds the best possible thing. So a couple of action steps here as well is this week, I want you to do at least one of these, okay? I want you to build content using one of the techniques that I told you. So whether that be you've got an idea, put it into AI, build the reel and the story. I want you to just talk to it, then with AI, and then build out the reel and the stories. I want you to do it in a way with old content, find an old content or find somebody else's content and build out a strategy and reels with this. And then also, I want you to try it as well with the one where you don't even know what to say. So it's this one right here. So even if you don't know what to say, then this is ideal. So go away after this module and create, even if you don't use all four of them, at least this is going to teach you what the possibilities are in terms of how to make AI content. So go away, you'll be able to literally, if you've got a spare 30 minutes or a spare hour, trust me, do all of these four things and you'll be surprised about how well they work. And then this is going to give you more confidence that you are going to be able to reach your goals on social media just by following these steps, okay? This is a great, great tip. Go away, use this information, and I will see you in the next module.